It's windy out here. It's cold. I don't do well in cold weather. I hate cold weather. I'm just going to be honest with you. This ain't good for me. So this ain't going to take long. Yeah, okay, whatever. Anyways, 4 firearm safety rules. All guns are loaded. Finger stays off the trigger until I'm ready to fire the gun. And I never point the muzzle at anything I'm not willing to kill or destroy. And I always know what is beyond in front of my target before I fire a gun. This is not a substitute for actual certified, legitimate training in person with a teacher who can stand alongside of you and help you and assist you in how to safely manipulate, carry, handle, shoot, and operate a firearm. Okay? Now, with that being said, I'm supposed to say this, Mike Hartnett is my best friend. With that being said, we're going to go over some fundamentals tonight. Just some things that I want you to work on when it comes to weapon manipulation. Anybody can point and click. Anybody in the world can point a gun and press a trigger. But it's when things go wrong, when the wheels fall off, that's what we need to work on. In one of those drills, I've got some magazines. I've got 4 magazines here. I've got my gun with a magazine there, loaded in it. The gun, visually, physically inspect it. Make sure it's a safe weapon. Empty magazine. Magazine's empty. Magazine's empty. Now, oh, and by the way, I've been watching videos, and every time I put my magazines in my pouch, I do that. I don't know what's up with that. Some kind of nervous tick or something. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. But anyways, our drill tonight, what we're going to work on, is a conditioning drill. Just to condition us as far as reloading our gun. So what I want you to do is not try to do this as fast as you can. Don't do it as slow as you can, but do it at a good moderate little speed where you can kind of get that skill set. But start off as slow as you need to get to that place where you feel comfortable at, okay? When we grab our magazines, we always grab our magazines, always a good grip. See where my finger points? My finger always points to the mag well of the gun. So when I load my gun, mag well always is what my finger is pointing at, okay? Helps and assists in loading. We're going to use our workspace. We have 2 conditions that we're going to work from. This is our high ready, this is our high compress ready, and our workspace, we're going to be using that also. But when I grab my magazine to do my reloads, when we grab in my magazines, a good grip. This is not how I grip them. This is not how I grip them, or any of this other crazy stuff. I turn my magazines the same way so that when I reach for it, it's going to be what I need it to be, as far as it's not going to be twisted. I have to turn it to make it work. So, just working our reload drill. We're going to load up ourselves with our magazines. Just line them up in your mag pouch, waistline, however many magazines you have. Always make sure that you clear them out. 3 steps between you and your live ammo. No live ammo should ever be present while you're working drills like this. This should be good steps away, 3 steps primarily. And by step, I mean step 1, open the door. Step 2, walk into another room. Step 3, open another door. It should be 3 good steps away so you don't accidentally reload that gun and have an accidental discharge. So, with my gun up and ready, all I'm going to be doing is just working through my reloads. That's all I'm doing. Just going through, working them as I go. Now, what if while I'm loading my gun and I drop a magazine or something happens and it falls to the floor? If I stop what I'm doing, then I'm teaching myself to freeze. If I stop and bend over and pick it up, then I'm teaching myself to take my eyes off my threat in a combat situation to reach and grab a magazine. So, here's what I want you to do. If you drop a magazine while or something happens while you're doing that reload, and let's create a situation where we mess up. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the very next magazine in my magazine pouch. If I fail to load my first one, this way, I'm just going to load the next one. I'm just going to go right for that next magazine. Now, if I'm in a combat situation, I drop a magazine, I need that magazine, I have to have that magazine. I'm not going to take my eyes off my threat or in the direction of a potential threat to look down and bend over to reach down and grab a magazine. In a combat situation, my eyes and my muzzles are going to be together. I'm going to find that magazine with my foot, okay? I'm feeling it right now with my foot, keeping my eyes and my gun up. I'm going to kneel down. I'm going to grab that magazine. I'm going to load that magazine. Good to go, okay? Now, when I take my eyes off of that threat, then that gives them the potential to change positions or whatever. We all know the bad things that can happen. So there you go. There's your drills. So just work on that. Find it with your foot, reach down, get it, change it out, boom. Work your reloads. If you happen to drop one, just go to the next one. And just work it, brother. Now, let me leave you with this. Whoever told you in life that failure is an option, they lied to you. Failure is not an option. There's no such thing as failure being an option. Failure is something that's part of life. We're all going to fail in life. I have failed plenty in life, and I've got a lot of failure ahead of me, I'm sure, just as you have and will. Quitting, that's the option. I decide whether or not I quit. Now, I may fail, but I will not quit. So I'm telling you tonight, and I'm challenging you, whatever you're going through, whatever failure that might be in your way, do not quit. Failure is a part of growth. How many times has something been birthed from something of failure in your life? Okay? God may have allowed this just so something greater, bigger can happen in your life. If I can quote a man that I love very much and I look up to in the tactical world, I consider a SWAT guru, a mentor of mine, a man that I hope to be close to someday. A man named A. Boone. He's a man that I admire greatly. He's a gentleman, but he is a master operator. And he has a saying, a quote that he uses. This is what he says: stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. Regardless of the situation, don't quit. Stay in the fight. So I'm challenging you, stay in the fight. Now, you know somebody tonight that might have been through some kind of failure in their life, something that they're struggling with. Maybe something that they feel like they have just blown it totally. And we've all been there. I want you to reach out to that person, encourage that person, and tell them, stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. The Bible says, in fact, that we're to help that brother that's fallen, considering ourselves lest we fall also. Because I want them alongside of me to help me. I want them in my face and tell me to get up and get back in the fight. After all, God stayed in the fight for us. He did not quit on you and I. Think about the things that we have done. People say, you know, I've done enough since before I got saved. I've done so much stuff. Yeah, I'd have went to hell. Well, let me tell you something. I've done enough since I've been saved to send me to hell. But because God has not quit on me, because I know that if I go to him, I know that he'll forgive me my sin and cleanse me from all unrighteousness. I'm saying to you, stay in the fight, brother. Stay in the fight.